Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to start second library that is called Pandas. This is very important library inside which one your machine learning and data analysis. So what is exactly Pandas? So first of all, I'm going to give the definition of Panda. It is used for data manipulation and analysis. Actually, it is a tool and it consists of what lot of data structures which allows us to manipulate or analysis your data. So that is the main purpose of which one Pandas. So this is the additional library we can use inside which one Python. So main purpose of Pandas is to data manipulation and analysis. Now by default Pandas is not installed on your system. If you are using Anaconda, then you can use conda install pandas command to install the pandas. Or if you are using normal Python without Anaconda, then you can simply install the pandas by using which one pip install pandas command. Okay, so these are the two options we can use to install the pandas library, because that is by default not present when we install the Python. This is the additional library. Now, what pandas makes so powerful? So actually, inside pandas, there are two data structures actually. First is which one? Series. You can say, when I say series, you can imagine this is one dimensional of data. And data frame. Data frame means what? Two dimensional of data. So suppose you want to represent 1D array or one dimensional data, then you can use which one? Series. And if you want to represent data in the format of rows and column, so you can use which one? 2D, that is called data frame. Or in other word, you can say a data frame is a combination of multiple series object. So I'm going to show you one example. Check out here. There are two series actually. This is first series. This is second series. So series means what? One dimensional array actually. So one dimensional data, you can say one dimensional data. So check out here. This is one dimensional. This is one dimensional. But combination of these two form the data frame. So you can say data frame is a combination of what? Series object. So this point you have to remember. If you want to represent your data in one dimensional format, then we have to use the series object. And if we want to represent data in two dimensional format like this one, then we have to use data frame object. In other word, data frame is finally combination of multiple series object. So these are more powerful, most powerful object available inside which one? Pandas library. Now, main aim of using pandas is analysis your data. Now, your data may present in different format. For example, your data may be present inside CSV file. For example, CSV means what? Comma separated value. So it is a normal text text file, and all the values present inside text file separated by comma. That's why it is called a CSV file. I'm going to explain in detail this file, how to read data from the CSV file. Second source of data is which one? Your Excel sheet. For example, your data present inside Excel sheet, Microsoft Excel sheet. Then you can use pandas to read the content of that Excel sheet. Then again, you can read the data of the plain text also. Then you can read data from the JSON format. JSON stand for JavaScript Object Notation. That is the one format to transfer the data from source to destination. If data is present inside JSON format, directly that data can be read inside which one? Pandas or data frame object. And lastly, SQL. SQL means what? Your database. That may be MySQL, that may be Oracle, that may be SQL Server. That data directly can be read inside which one? Data frame object. So most of the times we are going to work with your 2D data format, that is called data frame. But I'm going to explain series as well as which one? Data frame, because data frame is nothing but a combination of what? Series object. Okay. So remember this point. This is the point I'm going to explain. Now let's go back to the code section. So open the Jupyter notebook. So here, first of all, create new Jupyter notebook. So click on the new button, click here. So that will create the blank Jupyter notebook. Here, I'm going to write down the first line. that is equals to which one? Import. So just make it little bigger. Import pandas adds pd. Okay, so what is the meaning of this line? This line will import pandas library with alias name is equals to pd. Means what? Throughout this program I can refer pandas library as a pd. So when I execute this one, if it is installed properly, already installed on your machine, it will not give any error. If it is not installed, then it will give the error. Now I'm going to import second library also. The name of the library is called which one? Import numpy as np. So this line will import numpy library inside this program. So execute this one. Now both libraries are present inside this same program. So pandas can be referred by pd, numpy referred by which one? np. So first of all, I want to check the version of the pandas. How to check the version of the pandas? Just write down pd, that is alias of the pandas, dot underscore underscore version underscore underscore, and execute this cell. Now when I execute this cell, check out the version of the panda is equals to 0.21. That is the version I'm using. Now you can create first data structure. Now already we discussed there are two data structures, main data structures available inside which one? Pandas. First is called series and second is called which one? Data frame. So I'm going to explain series first and then I'm going to explain the data frame. Now start with the series. Now question is that how to create the series object. So first of all, I'm going to write down the syntax to create the series object. So check out, this is the syntax to create the series object. Series in bracket, first parameter is the data from which you want to create the series object. Second parameter is which one? Index. And third parameter is equals to what? Data type. You can specify the data type of which one? Series data. For example, check out first example. So this is the syntax you have to follow. Write down S1, that is the object name, pd dot series in bracket. Write down, suppose I'm using blank, for example, instead of data, I'm not passing any parameter. So it will create the blank series object. Check out here, nothing is present here. Check out, it is generating the blank series object. And it is showing that this is the series object with data type is equals to which one? Float, but no data is present here. Now suppose I want to create a new series object from the ND array object, for example. So I'm going to write down here, create new series object from ND array object, or you can say numpy array, ND array. Okay, so that's why I imported the second library, that is equals to import numpy as np. So I have to first create the numpy array, and from that numpy array I want to create the series object. So write down here data is equals to, you can take any variable name, np dot the name of the function is equals to which one? Array in bracket. You can create numpy array by using like this one, 10, 20, 30, 40, for example 50. Now this is the numpy array object, nd array object. Data is a nd array object. You can cross check by using type function in bracket, type data. So check out, it will display it is an object of which one? Nd array. Now using this object, I want to create the series object. So just write down here, you can use same object name is equals to s1 np dot series. You have to use which one? Sorry, not np, that is pd, that is present inside pd dot which one? Series in bracket, pass data object. Now data is an object of which one? Your numpy array. So instead of data, you can take a different variable name also, doesn't matter. You can take arr, doesn't matter. Write down here arr. So here you have to write down which one? Arr now. So execute this one. So I forgot to display that one. So just write down s1. Now check out. Now your series object is created. Now you can cross check the data type of this one. To cross check the data type of this one, simply write down type in bracket s1. So it will display data type of s1, that is equals to which one? Series. Now if I display a series object, the checkout, it display one dimensional. This is one dimensional. That is the point you have to remember. Series is one dimensional object. Okay, so if you want to represent data in 1D format, then you have to use the series. Now here in this example, check out here. By default, index are which one? 0, 1, 2, 3. Means if we do not specify any index, then numpy automatically start index with 0. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 means total 5 elements are present. But you can specify the index, manual index here. Okay, so how to specify the manual index? So check out again, I'm writing s1 dot pd dot series in bracket array, that is called arr. From that object I want to create the series object, comma, you can use the parameter name is equals to what? Index. In square bracket you can specify the user defined index. You can specify numeric index, or you can specify what character index. For example, I'm writing a, then b, then C, and lastly which one? D. So check out here, simply it will create the series object with user defined index. So just press the S1, check out, it is showing the error. So why it is showing error? Because okay, so actually problem is that there are 5 numbers present inside which one? This array. So I'm passing actually 4 index. That's why it is giving the error. So pass one more index. So run this one. Now it will not give error. So that was my mistake. Actually 5 elements are present and I'm passing only 4 index. That's why it is showing error. Now check out, index is not 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Index is equals to which one? A, B, C, D, E. So these are called which one? User defined index. So you have to take precaution. You have to pass number of index is equals to number of items. If there are 5 items, you have to pass which one? 5 index. So I made mistake. I just passed 4 index. That's why it is showing error. So right now it is not showing error because I'm passing how many index? 5 index. Okay, now you can use user defined index, or you can use which one? Inbuilt index. It is your choice. Now suppose what you want to do, you want to create another series object from the what? Dictionary, for example. So declare one variable here, or instead of this one, write down create series series object series object from dictionary. Okay, so I'm going to create one dictionary here. So if you don't know dictionary, inside Python, dictionary is a data type which consists of what? Key value pairs. Your data is represented in the format of key value pair. For example, check out here, I'm writing here data is equals to curly bracket. We use the curly bracket to create the dictionary. A, then write down 100 comma B, for example, then write down which one? 200, then C, then write down which one? 300. Now A, B, C are keys, and 100, 200, 300 are which one? Values. Now this is dictionary. You can cross check by using which one? Type function. That will display the data type of which one? Data variable. So check out, it is showing that DICT means what? Dictionary. Now using this dictionary object, I can create the series. So how to create? Simply write down P1 or S1 is equals to what? PD dot series. Use the same constructor, then write down the data. Now print the S1. Now check out here, here what happened? Your index is key and these are the values. So by default, your numpy take index as a key. Okay, so whatever the keys present inside the dictionary are used as an index for the series objects. So here directly it is taking which one? Your key as an index. So no need to manually specify user define which one indexes here. Now suppose you want to create another series object from the scalar value. So just write down what? Create series object from scalar value. Okay, scalar value means what? A single value. For example, check out here, s1 dot s1 is equals to pd dot series in bracket, write down for example 5. Okay, so that is the scalar value. 5 means what? Single value, whatever the single value. From this value I want to create which one? Series object. Okay, so when I execute this one, check out, it is taking only one item. So what is the index of this one? 0 index. Suppose if I specify the index here, write down index then you can write down here like A, then B, then C. Now what happened there, three indexes are present, so it will generate the three item here. Check out, three items are generated: first item, second item, and third item. So you can generate series object by using which one? Scalar also. So these are the different ways by which we can generate the series object. You can use which one? Normal, like ND array object, or you can use list, or you can use dictionary, from which you can create the series object. Now suppose you want to access all the values, all the index of the series object, then you have to use the special attribute. So just copy this code. I'm going to use this example, Control V, then run this one. Okay, so I'm going to pass S1 here. Now that series object is created here with the content of ND array object. Now what I want to do, I want to display all the indexes. So just write down S1 dot one attribute is equals to which one? Index. So it will display the index of that series that start at 0, then go up to 5. Okay, 5 is the stop index, means it is not included. Now S1 dot which one? Values. Check out, it will display the values of that series object. So check out, these are only values. So you can use index and values to display what? Series object index and values. So these are the attributes. These are not functions. Opening, closing brackets are not present, means these are attributes. Now this is the basic way to create your series object. And remember, data frame depends upon the series, because when we create the data frame object, actually we are creating what? Multiple series object, and combination of multiple series object means what? Data frame. So whatever the functionality we are going to study can be applicable to which one? Data frame also. Now after creating series object, I want to explain how to access series element by index, for example. What are the different ways to access the what? Series elements. So check out here. I'm going to write down here, heading here. So I write down here, accessing series what? Items. Okay, how to access the series item present inside which one? Series. So for this purpose, I'm going to create one series here. Write down S1 is equals to PD dot series in bracket. I can use list, for example, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 70, 80, and 90. Okay, total nine elements are present here. You can print S1, check out here, that is your series object. Now, series object can be accessed, series object items can be accessed by using which one? Index. Okay, so how to access items by using index? So check out, index of the first element is what? 0, and index of the last element is which one? Size -1. So you can write here len in bracket what? S1, that will find out the length of that series. So what is the length of the series? 9 elements are present, means what? Last index is equals to length -1, that is 8. And what is the first index? So I'm going to write down here first. So that is called S1 square bracket 0. So that will display the first item. Check out 0, item present at 0 index. Check out, item present at 0 index is equals to 10. Now check out, randomly take any index, for example 4. So what is the item present at 4 index? 4 index is equals to which one? 50. In this manner, you can use which one? Your what? Indexing. You can use for loop also. For example, here I'm writing using for loop. Okay, so just write down for I in range in bracket starting index 0, ending index is equals to length of what? S1, and what? Print here. So I think this is capital, make it as small. Then write down here print in bracket S1 of what? I. So here I'm accessing what? All element one by one. So start index is equals to 0, and last is equals to what? Length -1, that is the last. Okay, even you can use for each loop. Simply write down here for x in S1, then print in bracket which one? X. So what is the meaning of this one? One by one element from the S1 variable or S1 series object stored inside which one? X variable. So when I execute this one, check out, output is equals to 20, 20 up to which one? 90. So in this manner, you can use indexing to access elements present inside your which object? That is equals to series object. Now, there is another way also present to access the item present inside which one series object, that is called access by label, for example. Suppose how to use the labeling here. So you can use this example. Check out this one. I'm going to copy this example, or you can use this example. So just copy. Okay. Now here, check out, I'm using which one series object. Now check out index are which one label. So instead of writing 0, 1, 2 by default index, you can write like S1 in square bracket, write down the A. Now check out output is equals to 10, S1 in square bracket. For example, I'm writing C, then check out output is equals to 30. Now here I'm using user defined index. Instead of writing 0, 1, 2, you can write down which one, that labeling. These are the labels, actually user defined labels. So I can, either you can use 0, 1, 2 by default index, or you can use which one, labeling. If that series has labels, then you can use labels also. Okay, so these are the basic way to access which one, your series object. Now slicing is also present inside which one, series object. We discuss slicing inside which one, numpy array. Same concept we have to use inside which one, your series object also. So for this purpose, I'm going to use same example. Check out this one, copy this example, copy and paste here. Now here I'm going to use the slicing. I'm going to repeat the syntax here. What is the syntax of the slicing? That is just one, that is the series object. Then write down here start index, starting index of the what item you want to select, then end, or you can say stop index. So that is not included. That is the last index where we have to stop. And increment factor. By default, increment factor is equals to 1. Same syntax I'm going to follow to select the items, or that is called slicing. Okay, so check out here. Suppose I want to select the item from 2 to which one, for example 6. All items I want to select. So how to select item between 2 to 6? So go back here, write down S1, starting index is equals to 2, then ending index 2 to 6. 6 I want to include. That's why I write down which one, 7. If I write down 6 here, that 6 item is not included. 6 index item is not included. It will go up to what, 6 minus 1 is equals to 5. So I'm going to write down here 7. So it will take the elements from 2 to 6. 7 is not included. So check out all the item between which one, 2 to 6 are included. Now S1 dot, you can write 2 colon, same as a numpy, start with 2 and go to the end of the what series object. Then you can write S1, then colon. I'm not giving the starting point, so it will come from start from the 0th index and go up to what, 6th index. Check out 0 to what, 6. 7th is not included. So inside series object, you can use which one, slicing also. That is the point you have to remember. Now we discuss up to this one, access element by using which one, your index, access element by using label, access element by using which one, slicing. So these functionality you can use to access the element present inside which one, series object. Now once we created series object, for example, same example, so write down S1, you can use your statistics functions, whatever the function we learn inside numpy, we can apply here also. For example, check out, this is the S1 object, and I'm going to write down here apply statistic function, apply statistics function. Okay, so how to apply the statistic function to the series object? So check out here, S1 dot, for example, I'm writing here mean value. We already discussed all these concept inside which one, numpy. So it will display the mean value of that series object. S1 dot, which one, like standard deviation, for example, it will display the standard deviation. S1 dot, for example, display the minimum value present inside that series object, display the max value present inside which one, series object. In this manner, you can apply all the statistics function to the series object we learn inside which one, numpy. Okay, now suppose if you want to perform another basic operations like delete or append, for example, how to perform these operations with the series objects. So I'm going to write down here perform append operation, then which one, delete operation, and which one, update operation. Okay, so these operation I want to perform with the series object. So I'm using same series object that is equals to which one's S1. Now suppose I want to add, or you can say append, what items to this existing series object. For this purpose, what you can do, you can use append function. Check out append in bracket. Now remember here, suppose if I write like this one, like suppose 90 100 for example, and press S1. Now I'm passing list, huh? Remember I'm passing list. Now it will give the error. Why it will give the error? Because you have to pass only series object to the append function. Means what? It will accept only series object. So what you can do, you can write down pd dot series, create the series object by using which one, this data. So check out, now it will append the 100 value here. Now that is not appended here, so assign here, that is called S1. So assign that value, change value, updated value, assign to which one, S1. Again execute this one. Now check out 100 value appended to the what, last of the series object. Now there is one problem. What is the problem? Now it is not changing the index according to the previous series object, that is called S1. Check out the last index is equals to 8. Okay, now what is the index of the 100 element? Index of the 100 element is equals to which one, 0. Means what? It is taking the index of which one, your previous index is equals to this one, by default is equals to 0. Now I required index is equals to 9. So for this purpose, what you can do, you can just give the another parameter that is equals to what, ignore index is equals to which one, true for example. Ignore index is equals to true, and execute this one. Okay, so T capital, execute this one. Now check out, it is giving index is equals to which one, 10. If I remove this one, ignore index is equals to true, cut this one and execute this one, it will take the index is equals to which one, same series object. Okay, so I don't require index of this series object, I require index of this series object to continue for example. Then I have to pass which one, that parameter that is equals to which one, index, ignore index is equals to what, true. Now check out, I executed what, append method 2 times, that's 3 times actually, that's why it is showing 100 100 100. Now again execute one more time. Now check out, it is showing 100 100 100. Now index is proper. So if you required index in proper format, then pass this parameter that is equals to ignore underscore index is equals to which one, true. Now, suppose you want to update the value, for example, here write down, I want to change the value of last element, and write down S1 in bracket 12, that is the last index is equals to, for example, 400. Okay, and then press S1. Check out, it will change the value of the last element. Value of the last element becomes equals to what? 400. Now, suppose I want to delete the same item, for example, then you can use delete keyword, del, then write down S1 in square bracket 12, for example. Now what happened, it will delete the last element that is present at which index, 12 index. So delete this one, press S1, check out here that item is not present. So in this manner, you can perform the basic operation with the series object that is called append, then called which one, delete, and lastly which one, update. These basic operation you can perform. But while performing append object, remember you have to pass series object as a parameter, then and then only item is appended, and use this parameter that is equals to ignore underscore index if you want to preserve the index of what original your what series, otherwise what previous index is used. So use ignore underscore index is equals to true, and to delete the item you can use which one, del keyword. So these are the basic operations we can perform with the series object. So in this manner you can work with the first data structure of the pandas, that is called the series.